beautiful glam girls. This video is going to be a makeup tutorial on this look. It's a really fun glittery smoky eye, but it's different than a smoky eye that I would normally do. This one is on the lid only, so this is really good for people with all types of eye shapes, because if you have big eyes, this will make your eyes look smaller. If you have small eyes, then this will help you control how much product you're putting on, and it'll also give the illusion that there's more space rather than covering too much of the eye. And the color is so pretty because it's different. It's like a nice midnight gray blue with the glitter, and I'm using the glitter from the holiday sets. It was the smoky one that had like the white pigment, and then it had like a gray pigment, a silver pigment, and then this glitter. But this could easily be duped with a like glitter stack, or you could mix like a black with a silver glitter together, or you could just do the eyeshadow look by itself. So this is going to be a voiceover, so I'll tell you what I'm using as I'm going along. I showed you every brush, every product, everything from like literally foundation till the very last step. So it's a full face. That's why I did a voiceover. That way I can make it shorter, because if I would have done it talking, it would have been an hour long. So I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for everyone who requested this on Instagram. I know it's been a while, but I finally got to it. It was very busy for me the last couple months, but now I'm slowed down. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I'm babbling. Let's get started. Mwah. So I started out with my Mario Badescu, or whatever it's called, rose water spray, and my MAC Studio Fix moisturizer, I believe it's called. And then for foundation, I used the Studio Fix fluid in NW30, and I mixed that with NARS Sheer Glow in Syracuse. These two are my favorite right now as a combo because it's the best of both worlds. And I use that with my Pixie Woo, my Real Technique sponge, which is amazing, and I used it wet. So now let's start for the makeup. I'm using Aquaphor on my lips to make them nice and juicy, because we're using pencil on our lips. And then for my brows, I'm using NYX Brow Mascara in the color Brunette, and it's the perfect light brown that gives me enough color, but it lightens them a little and makes them look really cute. Now on a Real Techniques shadow brush, I'm using Urban Decay Primer Potion. And then let's start in the eyeshadows. So I'm using a real, what is this? A Coastal Scents brush. And it's like a dupe for a MAC 217. And I'm using some bronzer in my crease. This is the Tarte Park Avenue Princess bronzer. Now to deepen that crease, I'm using the Naked Basics palette, and I'm using the color Faint, and I'm putting that right into the hollow of my crease. So I'm not blending that color upwards. I'm placing it in my crease and leaving it in my crease. We do not want this to go above the crease. Now I'm using this color called Eggplant from Coastal Scents. It's a beautiful midnight kind of bluish purple color. I'm using that with a 239 brush from MAC, and I'm putting that right on my lid. And you can see the color is not going up to my crease. Now I'm taking the same kind of 217-ish brush and just blending out the edge, but you can see I'm not blending into my crease. Now to adhere the glitter, I'm using Too Faced glitter glue with the same 239 and packing that on the lid, and then packing the glitter on top. As you can see, all the color is staying right underneath the crease. The only color that is in the crease are the two browns that we placed. Now I did apply my liner and some concealer, but the clip of that malfunctioned. So after I used my crayon concealer, I used my Glamouflage in the color Medium Light with the same sponge. And this one is going to give me a little more highlighting power, whereas the first one really did a lot of concealing. So now that I'm really white and pale, we're going to add some color back into her face. So I'm using my LA concealer, my LA Girls concealer in the color Espresso to contour and bronze. I'm going in with a small P82 brush from Sigma to start the blending of the product. And I'm wetting my Real Techniques contour brush with some water. I'm just spraying some water on it and starting to blend out that contour. Now I'm going in with my MAC Refined Golden Bronzer with a big powder brush from Coastal Scents. Really loving this powder brush, by the way. And I'm putting that all over to bronze. And then I wanted a little more contour, so I went back in with my Tarte Park Avenue Princess because this bronzer really, really contours the skin, whereas the Refined Golden is more of a bronzer. This one really contours the hollows of your cheekbones. So I added that. And then in the original look, I did use Peaches Blush, and I'm using that right now with a MAC 168 brush, I believe. 168, 169. I always get confused, but I think it's 168. And then here I was about to highlight, and I'm like, yeah, wetting my brush with some water, doing all of that. And then I realized I was using my MSF in dark instead of soft and gentle, which is what I wanted to use. So I wet the brush, and I'm applying that to my skin, obviously, and I'm putting that in all the areas that I want to highlight. And that's how I get my highlighter to be really, really intense, is I spray the brush with some water. So now for lips, I'm using Stone Lip Pencil from MAC, putting that all over my lips, and I kind of brought the pencil inwards just a little bit. And then I used Honey Love lipstick, which is like the perfect taupey beige color to use with Stone. And then I wanted like a little bit of an ombre effect. So for the center of my lip, I went in with Strip Poker, which was from the Osborne collection. But you could use any nude. I was actually wanting to use Myth, but I couldn't find it. So I just used whatever I had right there. And then just going back in with my pencil to create the perfect ombre and make everything nice and sharp. Now I am just applying some MSF in light to set my under eyes and add some more brightness. And then I'm using the Makeup Forever Smoky Lash mascara on my bottom lashes. And then to finish the look, using more of my Mario Rose Water Spray to set my makeup and give it a nice dewy finish. And I really love this spray. And that's the finished look, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Stay glam, and please subscribe if you haven't. I love you so much. And yeah, thank you for supporting me. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Gabriella Glamour. Now I'm going to take some selfies, girl. Bye. Mwah.